What's going on, guys? We're back again for another episode of Smeeks RVs. Before we jump into the video, like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff. You know what to do. This ain't your first time on YouTube, ain't your first time watching somebody's YouTube channel. You know what to do. I got the Jayco beanie on today because we are taking a look at the 2024 Jayco White Hawk 26 FK. Also, because my hair is a mess underneath this beanie, don't judge me too much for that. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. At the very front of this camper, which is kind of the highlight of this floor plan, we have a front kitchen layout. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of front and rear kitchen layouts. I like the additional counter and kitchen space you get. I like to cook. I need counter space for that. So in a camper, that's a huge deal for a lot of people. You're also going to get, in this kitchen, you're going to get stainless steel sink that has a 50-50 split. Some people are fans of the big farm style. I'm a huge fan of the 50-50 split. I like to be able to wash on one side, rinse on the other, clean, dirty, whatever division you want to make in the sink, you get to do that. You're also going to have a ton of cabinet space overhead and beneath. And one thing that I want to point out about these cabinets, because I broke a few as a child, these cabinets themselves, the hinges are meant to support up to 75 pounds of pressure before giving, right? So for those of you who have little destructive kids, that's a huge thing. You're also going to have real residential hardwood in those, and a lot of your hinges, those are going to be hidden. I also want to point out up front here, you have this window that gives you great views. Comes with the blackout shade, but this front cap window lets in a ton of natural light. And if that's not enough, you also have these side windows over here, and up above you have a skylight as well that you can pull that shade closed. A couple more things I want to talk about while we're in the kitchen is your outlets. They lay flush with the countertop, so in order to grab your outlets, you're going to press and pull up, and to lay it back flush with the countertop, you're going to push this red tab in, push it back down. And both of those are actually also going to be wireless charging pads, which I think is genius. A lot of functionality in this camper. For your appliances, you're going to have all black appliances. Up above, you're going to have your microwave, then you're going to have your range top vent, a 3-burner cooktop, and Furrion oven down there. And behind it, another thing that I really like that they did with this floor plan is they put a knife rack inside, built into the counter of the cabinet. Genius. Then for your refrigerator, you're gonna have a 10 cubic foot Everchill refrigerator, all black, not stainless steel. Don't leave fingerprints if you need to commit a crime in here. And for 2024, one of the things they did along with the redesign was they made your refrigerator and freezer double hinged, which a lot of people find pretty cool. I actually had a customer teach me that about these. Shout out to you, Mr. Don Halterman. Great customer. Coming around to your eating and entertaining area, this is going to be a true couples coach. But if you would like, you also have the option to sleep a third person. Here you have your booth dinette. That table, it's going to lay down on supports underneath the cushions, and then those 2 backing cushions, those are going to lay in the middle, creating you a third sleeping space. And underneath here, you're going to get some more storage down here as well. And even in the dinette, you're going to get outlets, both for phone cables and your typical wall outlets. Now here, if you decide that you don't want to eat at the booth dinette or the table, you have theater seating here. These are going to recline. There's a pull tab down there in the Stacy Stewart collection, and you're going to have these little table trays that are going to slide into your cup holder, so you're going to be able to hold a drink and a plate there, and in your slide you're going to have plenty of windows that are going to open and give you a nice cross breeze, or just allow a lot of natural lighting in. Your theater seating is going to be directly across from your TV, as well as your fireplace, which you can use for the heat, or you can just use it as a ambient lighting element, which I think is pretty awesome that you get the option for that. That if you just want to look at the pretty lights, I'm a pretty lights type of person, you can do that in the summer without burning yourselves out of the camper, right? On the side here is going to be kind of your control panel. And it's going to have the JayCommand system. It's going to be an app you connect to your phone. I like to think of the JayCommand system as Amazon Alexa, but for the Jayco brand specifically, you're going to be able to control a lot of things like lights and things from your phone. Awesome. Don't have to get out of bed to turn those on. You can do it directly from your phone. And right here is going to be your control for your tankless water heater. You're not going to run out of hot water there. And right up here is going to be just kind of a coat hanger space. Just a little bit of extra storage. You can never have too much of that in one of these. You can never have too much storage in a camper. All right, taking a step into the bathroom, one of the first things that I want to point out is that you are going to have two entry doors. One is going to be from your main entryway. The other is going to be from your bedroom. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Here you're going to have a corner shower that's going to have little places to put things like soap bars, shampoo, conditioner, things like that. You're also going to have a few hanging racks there for towels. And you're going to have a porcelain pedal flush toilet there with your tissue paper dispenser there. And up above, you're going to have a little bit of cabinet space. Again, can never have too much cabinet space in a camper. Now, here you're going to have your vanity with a functioning medicine cabinet. People that go camping, they have prescriptions too, so it's always nice to have a functioning medicine cabinet. And over here, you're going to have a little hand rack for a drying towel for drying your hands. You know, still gotta wash your hands when you go in camping. I know you're roughing it, you're out there with the dirt and stuff, still gotta wash your hands, be hygienic, you're nasty. Up above we have a power vent for if someone decides to come in here and blow the toilet up. You have this wall switch right here. It's gonna turn that vent on, kind of clean the place out a little bit. And if you turn this knob right here, you actually open it up to allow everything in here to kind of escape to the great outdoors. Now, stepping back into here is actually where your bedroom is going to be at. You're going to have a queen size bed. That's actually going to be an east to west bed, so you're going to have a little bit more walk around room for the bed as opposed to north to south. You're going to have some overhead storage there. You're going to have outlets on either side of the bed, which is always a great thing. And even underneath the bed, you're going to have some under bed storage. And one thing that I do want to point out about Jayco, or the Jayco brand specifically, is that all of your wood is going to be plywood. It's not going to be OSB, Luan, any of that material that's going to that's prone to swelling as far as water goes. And in the bedroom, you're going to have a second AC unit. In your Jayco White Hawk, you're going to have two 15K BTU AC units, and those are going to be ducted, allow good airflow all throughout the camper. And in your built-in entertainment center, you're going to have a place for mounting a TV. You're going to have cabinetry and plenty of drawers for folded clothes. And even on either side, you're going to have a little bit of hanging storage space as well. All right, now that we've taken a look at the inside, let's take a look at the outside, starting at the very front. So right up here is going to be your hitch. You're going to have a powered tongue jack up here. That's going to be standard on your Jayco White Hawks. And you're going to have a light right here to help you guide when backing it in, or trying to hook up to it rather when it's darker out. Up here, you're also gonna have your propane tanks, and back behind here is where your battery's gonna be. We don't typically put those on until we're getting it set up, prepped for delivery, right? On the side here, you're gonna have side camera prep for a Furion camera system. And underneath here, you're gonna have rock solid stabilizer jacks, which is gonna be more sturdy than your standard scissor jacks. Up here, you're also gonna get slam latch doors up there, but here's gonna be your pass-through storage, and you're also gonna get a little bit of light space up here as well. On the opposite side is where your battery disconnect is gonna be at. Coming a little bit further down the side, you're gonna have your hot water heater, tankless, on demand. Don't have to worry about running out of hot water. If you're one of those people that takes marathon showers like me, I like to scrub that whole first layer of skin off. I need to know that I'm clean, right? Right up above that, you're gonna have a frameless window, which is gonna give it a little bit more of a residential feel. One thing I also want to point out about these windows though, is that they are gonna be G20 tint rated. What that's gonna do is it's going to help protect your interior a little bit more, to keep it from fading, peeling, which camper furniture it's notorious for. It's going to block out some of those UV lights. All right, coming further down the side, we have our furnace exhaust. Don't touch that, very hot. Then you're going to have your potable water fill right here. And just below that, you have your Climate Shield Ultimate Weather Protection sticker. And while we're here, I want to show you underneath is an enclosed and heated underbelly, and for a lot of brands, that heated underbelly, it protects your pipes in 0-degree weather from freezing. 0-degree Fahrenheit, Jayco takes it the extra mile, and theirs are going to protect in -40-degree Fahrenheit weather, right? Up here, you're going to have your Lippert rock solid stabilized steps, which are going to be more sturdy than your hovering steps that are going to lead directly into your bedroom. You're also going to have outdoor speakers here, as well as an LED strip underneath your absolutely massive awning. And while we're on this kind of blank space of the outside wall, you're going to have your White Hawk decals right there. Right here is going to be a space for you to slide a TV mount in. And if you need to plug it in, satellite cable, they got you covered. While we're here at the tires, another thing that I want to point out that Jayco does a little bit better is they're going to use American-made Goodyear tires, and they're also going to have a galvanized steel wheel well. So these tires are going to be rated for up to 87 miles per hour. Would not recommend pulling a trailer at 87 miles per hour on the interstate, but as we all know, if you get on the interstate, you either go with the flow of traffic or you get ran over. So with this, you don't have to worry about that as much as with a different brand trailer. I'm a Jayco fan. I promote Jayco to my customers like I get paid for, which I guess technically I do, but there's a lot more brands that I sell that I get to walk through. Jayco, hands down, one of my favorites, right? All right, coming around to the rear, we have our bumper back here with our bumper mounted full-size spare tire, as well as an LP quick connect right there for your propane. If you wanted to throw a griddle back here or something, you have your propane line right there to do so. You do have a ladder already mounted onto the camper, just another one of those things you don't have to pay extra for. And you are going to have a fully walkable roof. Jayco roofs, they're built a lot stronger than a lot of the competition in the industry. I want to say they support up to 4,500 pounds before giving, whereas a lot of other brands, they're going to support roughly 2,700 to 3,000 pounds. So, and back here you have this absolutely massive frameless window where your bedroom is, where I left the bedroom lights on. My mama gonna whoop me because I left the lights on, running up the electricity. We ain't gonna talk too much about that though. Now coming around to the other side is where your connection to power is gonna be at, as well as your city water connection, cable, satellite. all that type of stuff, and your valves to empty your black and gray tanks. Those are all going to be on the driver's side of the camper. All right, the last two things I want to talk about are going to be your outdoor shower, which is going to have the spray wand, hot and cold knobs out there for if you want to rinse off your feet, wash the dog outside, so you're not tracking all that water that they shake off inside the camper. And up here is also where you're going to find your measurements and dimensions for everything, if you decide not to look in the door, where a lot of that's going to be as well. So your dry weight is going to be about 6,800 pounds, loaded gross vehicle weight about 8,400 pounds, total length 32 feet, that type of thing. You're gonna find all of that right about there. All right, that brings this video to an end on this 2024 Jayco White Hawk 26FK. Like I said at the outset of the video though, like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Drop down in the comments what other campers you want to see walkthroughs on, questions, comments, concerns, etc. I take a look at all my comments, so drop them down. I will see you guys next video.